Reapers, come out to play.
Okay, well, live seller, what's up, people? It's your boy Dre the Reaper, and guys, I'm here getting it done. Right now, I got 150 pounds. Right now, I'm about to shoulder press. Guys, today workout is simple, it's concise. We got shoulders. I done warmed up. Now from the shoulder press. Like I said, there's 150 on the bar. Shoulder press, military stand press. The difference between this and dumbbells is that it's one bar. You got to stabilize that bar as you go up. When you got dumbbell and dumbbell, it's almost like trying to keep up with your weak side. The bar is all strength. Like you can get really heavy on those. With dumbbells, not so heavy. So my biggest advice when you do a military press, stabilizing your core. That's it. Stabilize your core. Don't lose foot placement. Foot placement is important. So place your feet on the ground, spread the ground apart, like you're ripping the ground apart. You set the bar from here on top of your chest. The main important part is to engage your lats. So you want to engage your lats, and you want to press off your lats. A lot of people think you get the bar and then you have no lats in it, no back in it. So now you're really trying to use momentum to get it up. Engage those lats. As soon as you take it off, your lats is engaged. All you gotta do is just press up. Oh yeah, I'm supersetting that with basically like upright rows but with resistant bands. This time is a modification. I'm just going up where it's like this, just a simple modification. 15 reps. The reason why I'm doing this is because that military press take it out of you. So I'm doing something like that, like a light resistant band, and doing that work just to keep the blood pump in that in that area. So that's what. As you guys see, when it starts burning is when I really start kicking it up. So I said 15 reps, but I just went 30 because at 15, I felt good, but then I felt that burn coming on. So I keep that tension on it, and I accept the fact that I'm going to put myself through a little bit of pain through that. You know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta do. You gotta constantly, like, don't do the number that you say you're gonna do more than that. That's another secret not another secret, but just another tip for beginners is to, like, don't be so focused on a set number. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what program you're reading, whatever, don't be so focused on it. You be focused on set numbers, you will get set results. But if you push your mind beyond that, and that's what a lot of people don't tell you guys, and you know, I wish a lot of people told me this in the beginning, but you gotta push past those numbers, believe it or not, even if it's 5 more reps after. When soon you start feeling that burn, like something like this, you start feeling the burn, you're not lifting it, you're not pulling it, you're not lifting it, there's not a lot of weight. So once you're doing it, and you reach 14, 15, you feel that burn, get 15 more, okay? Future reference, stuff like that, yes. Now if you're here and I'm pressing, okay? For example, my top set was 205. My top set was 205. So if I'm doing 205 and I just did for a few reps, if I'm doing 205, for me to get more out of that, what I would have to do is start using my legs. So anytime I start using my legs, it's still rep counts, but I feel like I don't get as much tension on my shoulders as I would if I just stand up in military pressing, okay? I don't want to do that personally. So if you want to do it, go ahead. If you want to get more reps, use your legs, but I like to just keep it nice and stern and just press up. So if you guys want to figure out how to really hit your shoulders effectively, my tip always, even for beginners mostly, start with your rear. Start with your rear delts. It's important. You're hitting your front delt and your medial head a lot more doing other workouts. Your rear delts, you rarely hit it. So my advice for beginners out there, start with your rear delts. So I just did a military press. I did standing upright rows, a modification of upright rows with resistance bands. Now I'm gonna lay down and do it. So the object here is to let the elbows go back. Okay, I gotta let the elbows go back. Don't bend them. I'm just letting them go back first. So I'm leading with the elbow first. Okay. I never looked this workout up, but I wouldn't say I invented it. It probably is already invented. I never looked it up, to be honest with you. One day I was in the gym and I was doing them. I was like, wow, these feel good. So we're just gonna call them, upright rows for now, or rear delt rows. I need to look that shit up and see if there's a real name for it. as you guys see there, I was pausing on a couple sets, on a couple reps. So my thing is time and intention. What I mean by time and intention, I mean, say, if you allow yourself to get some pause reps in there, release it nice and slow, get some more squeeze on it. Now you're putting that muscle on, that tension. Time and intention is a very effective system. Allow your muscles to really like recruit more muscles, fibers. You gotta just try to know, like, does it help you get big? And yes, you know, time and tension does help you get big. That's what a lot of times I throw to my clients to do pole squats. That's keeping tension on your quads when you're doing a squat work. So if you just did a regular squat, as you come up, the tension comes off your quads. But as you go down, there's tension now, right? That's why I squat so slow. That's called time and intention. That's how I got my quads big over the years. That's why I'm not a fast squatter. I'm an explosive person, but when it comes on to certain movements, I like to keep time and intention. My biggest advice when I was first starting out working out, rear delt, how you hit that? I would look up workouts and I try to duplicate them. I'm like, man, I ain't feeling them, man. And it was because it's just such a small muscle. It's a muscle that you don't really focus on a lot, or you don't even pay attention to it. But you don't really use it as much, but it's needed, believe it or not. Once I start getting like mentally connected, I start, okay, let me start thinking about it. So I start squeezing it. A really good exercise that I start doing is the reverse pec deck. Like, the pec deck goes like this. Some of you sit on, and it goes like this. What I do is I put my stomach towards it, and I let my hands go out like this. Yeah, if you use a pec deck machine in your gyms, you can turn around and do the reverse pec deck, and then you start understanding, like, okay, you start feeling it. But the thing is that with shoulders, guys, sometimes people be working and people like, I don't feel them. You gotta hit your shoulders hard. You could hit them hard. They could take that load. That's why 4 or 5 different workouts for your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? That's good enough, but you gotta hit them hard. That's why I start off with standing shoulder presses, because I want to exhaust them. You know, I want to exhaust them till I could start being able to like get some blood pump in them. I'm gonna go lateral raise, but like I said, I'm gonna go let my thumb go down, come like this. Okay, do standing lateral raises. I know you guys probably see me do a lot of shoulders. That's because shoulders can take a lot of hit. It's not a really big muscle, but it can take a lot of hit. Lateral raises, and I'm gonna do seated shoulder presses. These are gonna be a little bit different, but you guys will see what I'm talking about. All right, so the important part about doing lateral raises, a really important part is activating your shoulders. And I really blame myself for not explaining this as much. I got a lot of shoulder workout videos. But guys, when I first started learning how to do it, I had to go through trials and errors too. So my biggest advice though, I just really activate my delts. Like, you see how my delts are activated? Allow your lats to come up, and now your delts is activated. And now imagine coming off of that like that. Lateral raises are good for the width. It's good for that width of that delt. So when you look sideways, like, man, that person's shoulders are wide. That's what lateral head is for. A lot of standing lateral raises, a lot of press toward that medial head. But the reason why I leave my pinky first, because like I said, I like to let the rear delts get some work in there also. If I start from here, as I get weak, my front delt start taking over, and I start hitting the front delt. I'm not gonna tell you guys this straightforward. Ain't no reason for you to hit your front delts as much when you're doing shoulders. Don't hit your front delt as much. They're already fully developed. They're already being concentrated by other workouts. So don't hit your front delts as much. Your rear and your medial head are very important. Keep that in mind. And I'm going down with my numbers. So it was 10, I did 10 to 135. Now I'm at 185. Now I'm gonna do 6 reps. And then next rep gonna be 6, 4, 2. And that's it, guys, 4 sets. Supersetting it. With the resistor bands, they act like someone's pressing down on it, so you got to resist that. Remember what I was saying, time underneath tension? This is exactly what this is, those resistance bands. So I'm pressing up against it, and I'm trying to control it coming back down. Pressing up against it, try to control it coming back down. A lot more harder than it looks. Because I'm using 25-pound dumbbells, I'm doing 15 reps. If I move up, I be getting destroyed on each set. 25 is a nice cruising weight for me. Those are frontal raises, upper pecs, mid pecs, delt, the anterior delt. Like right next to your legs. Make sure your thumb is touching your leg, and that's a good position to keep it at. I pull it up, I shrug my shoulders straight up, like shoulder shrugs, shrug it straight up. And the next thing I do, I try to bring this bar over my butt. And then back down under the butt, and then down. For beginners, just use a bar. If you find it hard to do 15 reps, just do 5 to 10. Practice it, it takes time. Rear delts, traps is the goal right here. And then after I finish doing 10 of those, I pulsate it by staying out here just like this. And now I'm going out and I'm coming in nice and slow, keeping that tension. I want to talk a little bit about today about what's going on in the world and how people is reacting to all this corona stuff. It's not necessarily about all corona, but it's more so about like people who, like for example, to get like a stimulus check. First of all, be grateful if you're getting a stimulus check from the government, because at the end of the day, those things don't come so often. They're showing you how powerful they are, you know, shutting down jobs, shutting down businesses. If you're laid off during this pandemic time, you get a check, you know, be wise about what you're doing. Don't go out there and blow your money, because I know a lot of you guys probably thinking like, oh, you know, I'll probably be going back to work next week or whatever. They're gonna open up. Do yourself a favor. Take the money, invest it. Saving is okay, but invest is even better. If you're studying up on stocks, there's some people that are investing into real estate. There's some people that's investing into little business that's gonna eventually open back up and do very well. My thing is for you guys is to, you know, take a page out of that book. Really take your time, find out what you're gonna do with that money when you get it. Don't just blow it, because a lot of people fail to realize that you blow that money, then you're gonna be looking for your next money to come back soon. Make an investment, make it happen. Two things, save or invest. You know what I'm saying? You will learn how helpful that is down the line. It's invest, save, and don't spend your money on foolish stuff. You know what I'm saying? Especially if, you know, you're a person that are struggling and think you want to floss with a little bit of money that you get and then disappear. I'm telling you, I am advising you. I was young before, through a lot of money in my life. I would tell you, invest and save. Biggest things you ever could do for your life. So I'm not gonna talk about that stimulus check stuff no more. I think I said enough about that. It would just bother me now. I feel like I need to talk about that. So enough with the stimulus checks. That was today's workout. And like I said, my talk today was about the stimulus check and about what's going on, about people who are getting those stimulus check. Like I said, my biggest advice for you guys is to save it or invest. And hopefully you guys, that advice helped you guys. So that was a tip of this video. The best part about this workout, I was able to get my brother RJ to come through, record his content, do his thing. Appreciate you, brother. Until next time, guys, stay up, stay strong, stay positive, and keep working.